Hi class, it's Miss Ayala. Today we're going to be working on join, separate word problems. And I'm going to teach you the word problem structure that goes along with join and separate. This is what it looks like. And a join and separate resembles a part whole mat, but what makes the difference between a join and a separate word problem and a part whole is that in a join and separate word problem, you are going to have action. Something's going to happen in your word problem. Let's say, for example, in your word problem, you get 2 new students in your class, or you ate some cookies, or you bought a t-shirt and spent money. With a join or a separate, there's an action. Something happens. It's in your mind movie. You can actually see your characters doing something. It's not a still picture. This has action in it. So a join and separate word problem, when you read it, you'll know automatically that it's a join and separate because something's happening. There's some sort of action in your problem. Let me show you an example. In every join or separate word problem, you're going to have a start number, a change number, and a result number. In our mat, the green represents our start. The red will be the change that happens, and the purple is the result. And each one of these could be your unknown. In a word problem, you might have a start unknown, a change unknown, or a result unknown. We're going to practice every one of these unknowns so you can see where they are in a word problem and how you go about solving it. Looking at this problem, let's read it together. Remember your mind movie steps. The first step is to read the problem all the way through, so go ahead and do that. The second step in a mind movie is to read the problem a second time. And this time, you create your mind movie in your head. So what is in the problem? What's happening in the problem? Who's in it? What are they doing? Make your mind movie the second time you read it. Miss Ayala will read it to you. Ariana has 57 shells. Then Isabella gave her 19 more shells. How many shells does Ariana have now? Okay. Step 3 is to draw our strip diagram for the join separate word problem. We have it up right there. So step 4 is labels and numbers. So let's go through our word problem and let's see what is what so we can label and put the correct numbers in our strip diagram. So it says Ariana has 57 shells, okay? Then Isabella gave her 19 more shells. If she gave her 19 more, will you be joining or separating? Are you adding or subtracting? Good job. Yes, you're going to be adding. So above gave, Miss Ayala is going to put the plus sign. Then Isabella gave her 19 more shells. How many shells does Ariana have now? Okay, so what I need to do now is step 4, labels and numbers. So let's use our strip diagram for our join and separate. And now we know that we're going to be doing which operation. Are we going to be joining or separating? Good. We are going to be joining. We're going to join. So I'm circling that. So I know that I'm doing a join word problem structure. Now let's go back in. The green, remember, was the start. So go back to your word problem. Did you have a number to start? Yes, we absolutely did. Here it is, 57. So my start number is 57. I'm going to put a little S there so we don't forget. That's my start number. So Ariana had 57 shells to start. Then Isabella gave her, and we knew that gave meant that we were going to be joining, gave her how many more? Good, 19. So 19 is my change number. My change goes in the red box. So 19 goes here. How many shells does Ariana have now? Well, that's my question mark. And this big purple box at the bottom is my result. So I knew my start number and I knew my change number. I'm trying to figure out my result. This is how we do it. Look at the word problem structure. What do you notice? 57 and 19. Look at the size of those boxes, the green and the red. What do you notice about the size of those two boxes compared to the purple box? Absolutely right. They're the same size. So what that tells you is that the start and the change, when you join those two, they have to equal the result. They will always equal the result. So let's figure out what our result is. I know that start plus change equals result. It makes sense. Looking at my word problem structure, I see that that is the way that it works. The green and the red make the purple. So start plus change equals result. Let's put in our numbers. We had 57 to start, and our change was 19. We figured out that this was a join problem, so I'm going to be adding these two numbers. So to help me add these numbers together. What is 9 and 7? Good, it is 16. Where do I put 16? Good, I have to regroup it. I have to put the 6 in the ones place and the 1 in the tens. Now let's add our tens. Good, 7. So my answer is 76. My result is 76. So I can go back in my box, my word problem structure, and put 76. Now, not done yet, because remember, we did step 5, we just solved it. Step 6, we can answer in words, but before we do that, we have to talk about our two equations. Who remembers what our two equations are for every word problem structure? You're going to have two. What are they? That's right. We have a situation equation and a solution equation for every single word problem structure. Now, a situation equation, remember, is exactly how the numbers sit in a word problem. And what's really nice is in a join and a separate, it's easy to find it because for a situation equation in a join and separate, you have start, change, and result, period. That's how your numbers are going to go. And think about our word problem. Did we have a start number? We did. We absolutely did. It was the 57, remember? So in a situation equation, it's how the numbers sit, and our start number was 57. So I'm going to write 57 first. Now, the change number is what happened in the word problem. Remember, Isabella gave her 19 shells. So the change, I have to put my plus sign because that's what happened. Ariana added more shells. So plus the 19 shells equals, of course, the question mark because we were looking for the result. We didn't know it yet. So my situation equation was 57 plus 19 equals question mark. That's how I solve it. That is what I would write for my situation equation is 57 plus 19 equals question mark. Now my solution equation is, of course, how I solved the problem. And how did we solve the problem to figure out how many shells Ariana had after Isabella gave her 19? What did we do, class? That's right. We just added our 57 and 19. We added our add-ins together to find our sum of 76. So our solution equation is identical to our situation equation because here there was only one way to find our result unknown. This was a result unknown problem. It was a result unknown because in my situation equation, you see how my question mark is at the end. I knew my start, I knew my change, but I did not know my result number. Looking at my word problem, going straight through, I had number, then my question mark. So this was a result unknown word problem. And my situation and solution equation were identical because there's only one way to find a result unknown problem. Let's try another one. Okay, here's our second problem. Remember, we go through our mind movie steps. First is read the problem all the way through. Step 2 in the mind movies, create your mind movie. So read it. I'm going to read it to you. So create your mind movie, see what's happening, what's going on in this problem, who's in it, what are they doing. Jacob has 38 baseball cards. LJ gave him some more baseball cards. Now Jacob has 84 baseball cards. How many baseball cards did LJ give Jacob? Okay, so that's my question. My structure is already set up because there's my strip diagram. let's go through our word problem and figure out what's going on. Let's find our numbers and let's see if we can determine which operation we're doing in this problem. So let's see. Let's start off with Jacob has 38 baseball cards. So did I have a start number? Yes, I absolutely did. I have a start number. Jacob has 38 baseball cards. LJ gave him, okay, if LJ gave him addition or subtraction? Good, addition. So this is a join. Gave him some more. Stop. Some more. Is some more a number? No, it's not. So some more is my question mark. That's my unknown. My unknown, some more, is not a number. So there's where my unknown is. Let's keep reading. Some more baseball cards. Now, Jacob has 84. Oh, so now would be my equal sign. Now, Jacob has 84 baseball cards. How many baseball cards did LJ give Jacob? Okay, so let's put our numbers in our word problem structure. Did we have a start number? Excellent, we did. What is it? 38. So 38, oops, ugly 38. 38 is my start. Do I have a change number? Remember, that's the action in your problem. It was that LJ gave him some more, but did I have a number there for my change? No, I didn't. So what do I put in the box? Good, the question mark. Then it said, now Jacob has 84. Where does 84 go? Good, it goes in the result box down at the bottom. So now Jacob has 84 baseball cards. Okay, so I have filled in my structure. I can label, let's see, if we go in, I can write, these are Jacob's baseball cards. Here is what LJ gave him. And then here is after. So I'll just leave it as result. So 38, question mark, and 84. Step 5 is to solve it. Look at your word problem structure. That is going to help you solve your problem. I know that this is a join problem, but looking at this, am I going to be adding to find that answer? To find my unknown, will I add? No, I can't add, because remember what we learned. We learned that the green start box and the red change box added together equals the result box. So, in order for me to find this unknown, I can't add. I'm going to have to subtract. Look at your structure. What is my unknown? Which problem is this? What type of unknown? Is it a start unknown, a change unknown, or a result unknown? Good. It is definitely a change unknown. And I know that because my question mark is here in my change box. So it's a change unknown. Now we said that we are not going to add to find a change unknown. We can't. We have the result, which is the biggest number. If you have the biggest number, automatically, students, I want you to think, oh, I'm going to subtract. If they give you the result, that means that's the biggest number. You can't put a number in this box bigger than the result. So once you have a result, it's easy. Just think, oh, I'm just going to subtract my result by one of the other numbers. So let's do that. My step 5 is solved. So remember, we said that we had our result number. So I'm going to start with 84. And to find my change, I'm going to subtract my start number. What is 4 minus 8? Can we do 4 minus 8? No, we definitely can't. So what do we have to do? Good. We are absolutely going to regroup. So when I regroup, this 8 will turn into, good, 7. This 4 is now 14. Good, because when you regroup from the tens place, you get a 10. And since I already had the 4 there, 10 plus 4 is what? 14. Excellent. Now, what is 14 minus 8? Good, 6. So 6 in the ones. Now let's do our tens. What is 7 minus 3? Good, 4. 4. So, how many cards did LJ give Jacob? 46. Excellent. So I could go back into my word problem structure, write the number 46 in a circle. I found how many baseball cards LJ gave Jacob. And of course, step 6 in my mind movie is to write it in words. So I could write LJ gave Jacob 46 baseball cards. But I'm definitely not done yet because I still have to figure out my two equations. I need to find my situation equation and my solution equation. And the best part about it is that I've already found them. All I have to do is write them out. So let's take a look. Let me move some stuff around here. Move that out of the way. For my situation equation, remember we said that it's where the numbers sit. So where the numbers sit in the problem. We started off with Jacob has 38, so I'm going to write situation equation. Remember we started with 38. Then LJ gave him some more. Then he had 84. So I'm plugging in my numbers just so we can see them. In the situation equation, it's how the numbers sit. So in my word problem, it started out with 38. So 38. Then LJ gave him some more. So plus, and remember we said some more is not a number. We can't write anything but a question mark there. So my question mark goes next. 38 plus question mark equals 84. So here it was the change unknown because this is my start, my change, and my result. And my question mark is in the change box. So my situation equation is 38 plus question mark equals 84. My solution equation is how I solved the problem. Now, how did Miss Ayala solve the problem? How did we solve the problem? What did we have to do? That's right, we had to subtract. So my solution equation was 84 minus 38 equals question mark. Because that's what we had to do to figure out that my change number was 46, that LJ gave Jacob 46 cards. So there's my situation equation, how the numbers sit, my solution equation, how I solved it. Okay, you guys are doing so great so far. Think about what we've done so far. We've figured out a result unknown. We found a change unknown. Now I'm going to teach you how to identify a start unknown problem. Okay, step 1, mind movie, read it all the way through. Step 2, let's create that mind movie. Aurelio had some tools in his toolbox. For Christmas, he received 39 new tools. Now he has 178 tools. How many tools did Aurelio have to start? Okay, so my structure's already set up. I have to go through my word problem, so let's go through. Let's figure out which operation we're using. So let's go through and see what we're doing. Aurelio had some. Remember? Ding. That's when we're stopping. Because every time we see some is not a number. So what am I going to put there? Good. A question mark. Aurelio had some tools in his toolbox. For Christmas, he received 39 new tools. So received, what does that mean? It's the same as what word? That he got, right? So he got 39 new tools. So am I adding or subtracting? Good, I'm adding because he didn't give his tools away. He got more tools. So plus, circle 39 new tools. Now he has 178 tools. Now remember what Miss Ayala did earlier is when I saw that now, it told me equals. That's what it says because I know that he had some tools. Then I got the action. So my start, I didn't know it. There's a question mark there. My change is that he received 39 tools. So I have my start, change, equals my result. So where you see the now is where Miss Ayala is going to put her equal sign. Now he has 178. Okay, let's go into our word problem structure. Let's put in our numbers. Let's put in our labels. So Aurelio had some tools. So in the start box, I'm putting question mark. Remember, that's my start. My change box is right here. What was the change? Good, 39. 39 was my change. And I'm going to circle join because this is another addition problem because he received tools. Then it says now he has 178 tools. So I will put that in my result box, 178. Next step, solve. Let's look at it. Remember, use your word problem structures to help you figure out what operation you need to do to solve it. Look at it and tell me, what do I have to do to figure out my start number? You're absolutely right. I'm going to have to subtract because I can see that my result is the same size as my change in my start. So that tells me that start plus change equaled result. But since I don't have my start number, I can't add those two together. So I have to do my inverse operation. I'm going to have to subtract because I have the biggest number. I have the result. So I'm not going to try to get a number bigger than 178. I can't. I have to subtract. So I'm going to take 178 and subtract the 39 in order for me to find the start. So let's do that together. What is 8 minus 9? You're absolutely right. We can't do that. We have to regroup. So 7 will turn to, good, 6. 8 is now 18. Good. What is 18 minus 9? Good. 9. Excellent. Tens place. What is 6 minus 3? 3. Excellent. And bring down my 1. So my difference is 139. Where am I going to put 139 in my word problem structure? Absolutely right. It is my start. So I'm going to put 139 in my start box. So I have solved my problem. Let's answer our problem in words. How many tools does Aurelio have, or did Aurelio have to start? Okay, so in a complete sentence, Aurelio had 139 tools to start. All right, excellent. So I went through my mind movie steps, but I'm still not done because I have to write my 2 equations. So let's do that next. My situation equation, I'll always start with first because that's the easy one. That's the one that tells me, write it as you see it. So how the numbers sit. Remember, I started with he had some, so that's question mark. So I'm going to start with the question mark. Some tools in his toolbox. For Christmas, he received, we knew that was plus 39. So plus 39. Now, remember, that tells me equal. Now he has 178. So there is my situation equation. Simple. It's where the numbers sit. And here I started with my question mark. Question mark plus 39 equals 178. Okay, solution equation. So my solution equation is how I solved it. Remember what I had to do. It gave me my result. So I had the biggest number. When you have the biggest number, you are always going to subtract to find the other missing part. So my solution equation was 178 minus the 39 that I knew equals question mark. So there are my situation equation and my solution equation for this problem. Okay, class, so in all 3 of the problems that we just did, they were all join problems. They were all addition problems. And in all of those word problem structures, we had unknowns. The unknowns that we had were there's only 3 types. So let's think about the types. What are my types of unknowns? Let's write them out. We could have a start unknown, a change unknown, or we could have a what? Good. Result unknown. And the most important thing to remember is that start plus change equals the result. All right, guys, now it's time for you to try some problems on your own. So go have some math fun.